We're not into this lovey-dovey stuff, but what we are going to talk about is something we love, and that's the Golden Girls.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you for
Here's my
being
official
my
title for this:
friend.
Best of the Golden Girls, top 10 quotes, one-liners, and exchanges.
Part
That's what we got.
1 of 111 because we've got the episodes.
So here's what we're going to do. We'll screw this up, I know, but we're gonna take roles here. I'm gonna be Sophia and Rose and any other third party character, and Allison is gonna do all the quotes that are Dorothy, and Andrew's gonna do all the quotes that are Blanche, and we're gonna screw this up, and it'll make it even better.
Yep.
You want to get started? We'll talk about. I'll go through the ones that didn't
Almost
quite
made
make
it.
the top 10. I'll just read through those.
Okay.
Here they are. Just missed the list. Blanche says, I've been having a good time, and there wasn't even a man in the room.
Before you go any further, that was my number 1.
Really?
It was in my
Wow.
top 5, actually. That's weird.
It was either number 1 or number 2, legitimately, yeah.
Man, that proves that we have enough people voting that
Yeah.
you can vote something number 1 and it doesn't make the top 10.
3 of 4 of these were in my top 10.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So then Dorothy, this quote also doesn't make the top 10. It's not easy being a mother. If it were easy, fathers would do it. And I got a lot of comment on that, Dorothy. Anyway.
This comment would not fly today. This is another show that would not fly today.
No, these women, I could never figure out why my mom and grandmother loved this show so much until I
savage.
watched it as an adult.
Hell yeah.
So the third of the 4 that almost made the list, Rose, I'm not one to blow my own Vertubenflugen. And let me say, I'm glad that this one made it and not the other one with the weird word, because I was going to have a hard time with that. And to wrap it up before we hit the top 10, and this is a good one. This was high on my list. Blanche, oh, please, it's bad enough hearing all those snickers at you walking down the aisle. But me and White, even I couldn't keep a straight face.
That one made my top 10 too. But I am Blanche, so there you go.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
All right. Number 10, Sophia. Jealousy is an ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you, and anything backless.
So
everybody knows.
Estelle Getty plays Sophia. And what some people may or may not realize, just if you've ever been exposed to and or watched the show, is she's actually the youngest of the 4. But because of the way she did her roll call, she originally in the pilot has red hair. And then they go to white hair. I don't know if you all know that. The very first episode of Golden Girls, Estelle Getty has red hair. But they go to white hair. And, of course, she's Dorothy's mom at Shady Acres. And I mean, there's so many good inside things. But Estelle Getty, obviously, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Bay Arthur. I don't know of a better foursome other than the 4 that in the group chat call themselves the Golden Girls. You all know who I'm talking about. So Estelle Getty, though, is, for me, the icing on the cake of the whole thing.
Yep.
Because of the way the character and stuff like this. Jealousy is an ugly thing.
What is that movie that she was in? She was...
Don't Stop Her, My Mom Will Shoot. That was when we were kids.
Yeah, Stop Her, My Mom Will Shoot. Man, I'm glad you brought. I knew it had something to do with a gun.
And she had red hair. She had red. That was the thing. She had red hair in that movie. So Estelle Getty, wonderful. Go ahead, Terry, with number 9.
All right, number 9, and be ready. We're setting this one up. We are at a game show called Play for Dough or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. Or Grab That Dough. I think that's the name of it. And the girls are going 2-on-2 against each other. Blanche and Dorothy against Sophia and Rose.
And that's how our group works.
That's how our group is.
So get ready. Get ready. I'll be the game show host, and you got to come through with it, Blanche. Better late than
pregnant. It's so good. I love Blanche Devereaux. Oh, God, she's so much fun.
Lord.
I told Terry what's going to happen after we go through all these is I'm going to turn Golden Girls on the TV.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
No question.
Lord.
But no, Blanche. Blanche is so much fun, and
Yep.
because she's not the airhead Betty White is, obviously being the provocateur in the bedroom and all. But she's absent-minded enough that better late than pregnant actually comes out of her mouth.
I always loved her accent and the way she said things. Like, to me, she was such a just spunky, vibrant Southerner who I'm like, I wish more women were like this. Growing up, I didn't have that.
Yeah, the Southern Belle. Yeah.
Loved it.
All right, let's hit up number 8. And this is Blanche again talking to Sophia. Take it away.
My mistake. I thought since you look like let's try that again. My mistake. I thought since you look like Yoda, you were also wise. So good because see, like Blanche and Sophia would get on each other's shit in this show, and it was so good, so good.
So
And this is a good time to point out those that are watching or will watch the video. The pictures that I got are the actual scenes where they said this. I went through a lot to get. I had to still shoot some videos and get the still frame out of that to get some of them because memes have words on them, so you can't really use those.
Nope. Good job.
Number
appreciate
7.
it.
Okay, this is going to be me again. Here's the setup. Dorothy and Sophia are at the doctor. And Sophia says this to the doctor. Look, you didn't ask me for my opinion, but I'm old, so I'm giving it anyway.
I say this. I say a variation of this, but I think I'm going to steal this one now from now on.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great saying. You didn't ask for my opinion, but I've said that before, just not the old part. You guys didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You've heard me say that before.
Yep.
I didn't realize I stole it from Sophia and Dorothy, but it works.
It works.
Number 6. And this is Dorothy. Take it away.
You truly are one chromosome away from being a potato.
Okay, I have to admit something.
Yes.
When I made the poll, she said this to Rose, but she said this to Stan.
Oh God, Stan's born
That's
out.
even better.
That's even better. Yeah.
So the one thing, did you guys ever see the roast of Pamela Anderson?
Probably.
Speaking of things that won't get put on TV, Bea Arthur comes out to roast Pamela Anderson and reads Pamela Anderson's book, the fiction book she made about her being like a secret agent in Hollywood. So she reads the sex scenes from the book. And it goes blah, 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 blah. And then she ends it with page 134. And she flips it to whatever page she's calling out and reads it again, reads whatever else is on there. The thing about Bea Arthur is she delivers a line like this, just like she did the Pamela Anderson roast. She doesn't crack. She doesn't smile. She doesn't flinch. Like, it is on the money. It is so good. So good. But yeah, check out the roast of Pamela Anderson, Allison, with Bea Arthur's part. It is funny as hell. But anyway, we're to the top 5, Terry.
We are to the top 5. And number 5, all right, this is me and you. Okay, so you're going to go first as Blanche. Then I got the rebuttal as Sophia.
I treat my body like a temple.
Yeah, open to everyone, day or night.
We have to use these. These are savage.
It is so good. It is so good because again, this is that dynamic between the two of them, and I absolutely love Blanche Devereaux. I'm Blanche. So,
well,
even though I think I can be more of a Dorothy sometimes, but that was taken.
Number 4.
I have the ex-husband, so I'm Dorothy. So
there you go. You ever tell him he was one chromosome away from being a potato?
No, but I mean that's a good insult.
Number 4, and this is Blanche. Take it away.
Crying is for plain women. pretty women go shopping. 100% the truth. Don't cry over anything, ladies. Whip out the credit card and do yourself some
Retail
some
therapy.
Retail therapy. Yep. Blanche
Hell
had
yeah.
it on the money.
So one thing I always loved about Blanche, she dressed like a younger woman, and she could do it, and I love that about her. Dorothy looked like somebody's grandma, looked like a man, looked like somebody's grandpa half the time. But Blanche had the outfits on this show. Like, look at what she's wearing here, the kimono and the nightgown. Like, this is gorgeous. I love this.
Very classy as well.
Yes. But a little slutty.
Well, you got to be that way
Oh.
sometimes.
I mean, it's Blanche. Yeah.
All right, we are to the top 3. Number 3, and this is all Rose. I'll take it from here. So this picture them in the kitchen, and Blanche has just said, "What did you think of me when you first met me, Rose?" And there's a little bit of a break in here, so let me do the whole thing. "I thought you wore too much makeup and you were a slut." I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's like with Dorothy said, I haven't even had my morning coffee. I'm surrounded by a slut and an idiot. That one didn't make the list, but it's one that's on the Instagram all the time. Yeah. I mean, Rose was so fun because of the innocence, but then she'd fire off like this. Like this was she'd tell you some stupid story about her days in Minnesota and the heron farm or whatever, and the Flubenflagen, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I took some off of here because there was just too much back and forth for it to be. It wasn't real concise, but there was some really good stuff with her because a lot of these were reactive. There wasn't a lot of just one-liners. It was, like we said, most of the time it was Blanche and Sophia or Rose and Dorothy, but once in a while you'll have a Rose Blanche kind of situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
All right, so put it in the Smithsonian, Blanche. It's got more miles than the Spirit of St. Louis.
And she's talking about
that one made
Blanche's
my top
bed.
10.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, at some point, y'all just quit counting. And 10 minutes from now, some of you will get that joke. So,
all right, what's number 1?
All right,
Excited.
number 1. Let's get ready for it. Dorothy again. Oh,
there it
hold
is.
on. I got to start this one off. Everybody's favorite, I think. Rose asked the question, and Dorothy with a rebuttal. Can I ask a dumb question?
Better than anyone I know.
And everybody knows that line. Like, if you've ever seen any Golden Girls at all, everybody knows that line from Dorothy to Betty White to Rose.
So good.
All right, well, let me run this down. And like I said, I can't put the whole quotes on here, so let's run it down. Number 10, so are you in anything backless, Sophia says. Number 9, better late than pregnant, Blanche on the game show. Number 8, since you look like Yoda, and that was Blanche talking to Sophia. Number 7, I'm giving it anyway. I don't even
her
remember
opinion.
what
that was Sophia.
Oh, that was Sophia giving her opinion.
I'm old.
I
I'm
didn't
giving
put
it
up
anyway.
to remember what that was. Number 6, Dorothy telling her ex-husband he's one chromosome away from being a potato. Number 5,
I'm so using that.
Blanche's body, the temple, is open to everyone day or night, according to Sophia. Number 4, pretty women don't cry, they go shopping. Number 3, I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut, Blanche, but you don't wear too much makeup. Number 2, Blanche's bed has more miles than the Spirit of St. Louis. And the number 1, when Rose asks if she can ask a dumb question, as always, better than anyone I know. Good list.
So good.
Fantastic list.
So good.
Go
One
binge
of
watch
100
Golden
we
Girls
will be
somewhere,
doing.
guys.